Hello, good evening. Welcome to Intuitive Play. Hi. So as you're coming in, hi, Peggy. Welcome. So as you're coming in, please say hi, say where you're joining from. And then also when we're getting ready for the different crystals, please go ahead and chime in and let everyone know what crystal you chose, or you can already do it now or later. So whenever, that's totally fine. And then also how the reading tonight applies to you. So please go ahead and enjoy the evening. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Linda, hi. Welcome. So a lot of you chose the second crystal tonight, which of course is a smoky quartz. And I'm going to go ahead and get to that more here in a couple minutes. Two also from Ohio. Cool. Awesome. Welcome. So glad that you're able to join from Ohio. Wonderful. And let's see. And Linda says she chose number one. So how are you all doing this evening? Is the energy of the time feeling a little bit lighter for everyone? If you haven't seen my blog post, by the way, I did get out a blog post about the fall equinox, because right around this time of the year, as we're settling in and we're shifting and changing and the season is changing, we still innately remember and know our bodies are still tuned in, to the cycles, even if we're not acknowledging it as much in our society anymore. And so it's very normal, to feel a little bit off, or, just to have some variations. And so I designed that blog post just to kind of give everyone more of a deeper insight into, the rituals and how we can tune in. And there are a lot of gifts in there. So if you have not read my blog post, I would encourage you to go onto my page, Silke's Art, and click on the blog, and you'll be able to see the latest post. So I hope that helps you. And in case you don't know me, my name is Silke, and I am an intuitive healer, artist, and all kinds of other things. But anyway, so my biggest passion at this point is really just to help people, and then specifically women, just help them transform their lives, heal and thrive, and really move into a space of alignment. And that's kind of the biggest message for me that I always love to convey, and just love supporting women with specifically, but also, of course, guys as well, if they need it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and get started with intuitive play. So crystal number one tonight is Celestite. And I'm going to just hold it up here for a minute so you can see it. Of course, Celestite, naturally, if you're looking at it, and if you're familiar with the chakras, and then also, looking, of course, at the qualities in the color, looking at it, it has the quality of the sky, the color of the sky, very angelic qualities, very light, transparent qualities, very etheric in general. And so, even if you never read a book on it, just by looking at it, you can just kind of tune in and get an idea, that Celestite, of course, is connected to the angelic realm, and that it holds a very high vibration. Hello, welcome, Christine. And, so it really offers us kind of that calming oasis, when we might need it, and we might need a little bit of more calm in our life, and also a balance, peace. All of those things are naturally part of when you have a Celestite in your home, and then especially if you hold it, really beautiful for your family as far as connection to, just to kind of have it more in a central location in your home to connect everyone to those frequencies. And then, of course, specifically, it would be great in your bedroom as well, just for its beautiful calming energies. Of course, it naturally opens up the third eye. So if you've picked number one, if you've picked Celestite, then most likely it's all about raising your vibration, holding a higher space, in and more pure volume of energy in your frequency. And so that's always a really beautiful thing. Also, maybe you're really interested in tuning in, to the higher frequencies as far as opening up your third eye. Again, talking more about the chakra specifically, bringing that alignment in. And, so many of us, we tend to not take that time on a daily basis because we're busy. And then, especially as busy moms, for sure, then by the end of the day, then we're kind of tired. And so, even if you just have a Celestite close by, and just remember to take a couple of minutes for yourself and align yourself with that specific frequency, that can be very soothing, very helpful, give you inner peace, also create a certain amount of wisdom naturally too, and then again, it's calming energies are just really beautiful too. And it will also bring harmony in relationships, which of course is really great, just to have again around for your family, to where if there are any conflicts or so, then Celestite can help soothe that as well. And of course, its higher aspect, has to do with enlightenment and just the overall opening up the spiritual development that you're in for. So let me know how that applies to you if you have picked number 1, if you've picked Celestite. And of course, if you are not watching live and you're tuning in later and you're rewatching, go ahead and still let everyone know that you're watching and which crystal/gemstone you picked as well. All right, so I am going to get into crystal number 2, which a lot of you picked. Oh, actually, before I do that, I did write some affirmations down, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the affirmation for Celestite. So I wrote, I purposefully choose to raise my vibration, to live in harmony and balance. So if you have picked Celestite number 1, then maybe this affirmation will be helpful for you. Hi, Karen, welcome. All right, so Karen, okay, she's already ahead of me here because I was just about to ask you which one you picked. So number 2, which is perfect because that's exactly what we're going to get to right now. And again, if you've picked number 1, go ahead and let me know how this applies to you specifically tonight. And crystal number 2 is smoky quartz. And we did tally it up, and 27 of you picked smoky quartz. 17 picked number 1, and 12 picked number 3. So smoky quartz tonight is definitely the winner. And of course, this is just such a really beautiful smoky quartz. I have lots of different varieties of smoky quartz actually available, but this one here is one that really has such a beautiful frequency. I love just its texture. And then, of course, one of the really great qualities about this one here is that the points actually do come together. It's not exactly perfect how they line up, but it's pretty close enough to where this can be used as a generator. And so that's really powerful, of course, just to generate and energize the energy field. And smoky quartz specifically definitely brings alignment, and it's one of the most powerful crystals for grounding. And so if you've picked smoky quartz tonight, there are really 2 qualities that smoky quartz has to offer. One is alignment, the other one is also protection, and even more so being able to clear energies and pull heavier energies out of the system. And so this is a really useful one for that. And it's one of the most powerful ones for both of those, for alignment, for protection, for grounding energies. And then, just looking at it, because it's a smoky quartz, it's kind of, if you're thinking as in terms of smudging, for example, having a smoky quartz around, using a smoky quartz in your energy field acts basically like smudging. So if you just remember that part from tonight, that's going to be something really useful for you. Again, deeply grounding, and especially now at this time. So it's no surprise that most of you have picked this. Of course, it's really beautiful too, but it's no surprise that you would pick this right around this time, because this is again the time now that we start settling in. So we are done with the rays of the sunshine that have lit up everything, that have supported nature, that have supported us, and now it's time to go a little bit more inward again and start slowing down, more grounding again. So we're not quite as high in energy, and where our bodies naturally tend to start coming inward and start to slow down a little bit. And so focusing more on, our arts and crafts, focusing more on all these things that nurture us, more the warming drinks and tuning in to ourselves, sitting in ourselves, journaling and seeing, where we are, connecting in. And so the smoky quartz is a really beautiful one for that, because it supports the energy of grounding. And then it's also one that will help you manifest your dreams. So for example, journaling, having a smoky quartz next to you as you're journaling and coming up with ideas and things that you would like to bring into your frequency, then that's something that's really useful as well. And it just really helps ground the energies into the body. So if you're more in the mental plane, for example, as far as studying, learning, always processing information, then smoky quartz is one that's really helpful for you to just help you, again, bring those energies more down into the lower chakras. Definitely the sacral, the solar plexus, really helpful for that as well, empowering you, bringing that energy more down to your tandien, to that center of gravity where you can connect down inward. And nonetheless, though, it is a very, very powerful clearing stone as well. So please let me know how this applies to you if you have picked number 2 smoky quartz tonight, and give everyone some feedback and let us know. And again, as you're joining, let everyone know where you're joining from. And hey, Britt, welcome. So glad you could make it. All right. And I am going to get to crystal number 3 already. Okay, so crystal number 3 is pyrite. And pyrite is also called fool's gold as well. And of course, pyrite, it has the golden colors to it. It's actually not as great if you hold it for a while because, it does have some toxicity to it. And it's really great, though, in an abundance corner, for example. And then, of course, like I said, just as far as bringing in the frequency of gold into your energy field. So it's really great for that, for sure. Hey, Mary, welcome. 3 for you. Welcome back. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. And so pyrite is actually one that's considered to hold more masculine energies, and very good for the solar plexus, of course, because it has the frequency of gold. And again, it's called fool's gold as well. So really wonderful for that, and definitely would encourage you to use pyrite in your life, just to have it. And again, in your abundance corner, that's where it can be really helpful. Britt says, that's me. Awesome. And so it will give you so if you're thinking as far as the solar plexus, that's our center of power. It's our center of vitality and new creation coming from the sacral, and, really embodying who we are in this world, how we reflect everything outward that's being pulled into our energy field. And so also has to do with willpower as well, conquering challenging tasks and really being able to sit in our power, sit in our energy. So if smoky quartz brings that energy down, pyrite is one that will manifest that for you to really bring it outward. And, a lot of sun energy, fire energy, kind of reflecting your energy out into a larger space for yourself. And so really great as far as balancing polarities too, and aligning and anchoring you into the present moment, and then also anchoring your dreams into the future already, and pulling that energy of the future of what you would like to create into a physical manifestation, which is really amazing, for that, for sure. It stimulates creativity because, again, it is for the solar plexus, but also, of course, for the sacral as well, which is our center of energy where we create from. And really great also just as far as grounding as well, not as much as the smoky quartz, but still a really great earth stone. And of course, it combines the energies of earth and fire together, and overall holds the frequency of abundance. So if you've picked number 3, pyrite, then please go ahead, and if you haven't tuned in yet, then please go ahead and let us know that this is what you picked. And again, if you're watching the replay, still come in and let everyone know that you're watching, and I always come back and always check on what everyone is doing. So bringing it together tonight, I have no clue. So let me see, let me think about this here. Okay, so if you've picked number 1, of course, you're more tuning into the higher frequency. Maybe you also need some presence of angels in your life, maybe some of the lighter energies. Maybe there have been things that have weighed you down, maybe some things, that have kind of made things a little bit heavier for you in your thought patterns in your life as well. And so this will definitely lighten that for you. It will open up the higher chakras and will allow more space in for you, which is always helpful when it does that. And then number 2, now we're grounding in, we're also clearing energies as well, with this really beautiful smoky quartz. And then of course the pyrite is all about abundance, and bringing that in, and then also creating from a really great space as well. And of course, when you're creating and when you're tuning in, it should always be in alignment with your blueprint and with the highest source available. And those are always kind of the ideas as far as the recipe that you want to bring together for yourself. So let me know if you have any questions at all. And I am going to move along while I see if anyone wants to comment, if there's anything specific that you need tonight. Okay, so Christine is saying, thank you so very much. I chose 3 and it was very insightful with regards to my question. Awesome, that is wonderful. And Britsing, all 3 are so beautiful. Yes, they are. Oh, I just love crystals. I don't even remember when I received my first one, but I think it's one of those, once you get started with just one, it's just, it just opens up a whole new world, and it's just so beautiful. So I'm grateful that I get to share this information with you, and it is always my honor and my pleasure. So, and again, let me know if you have any questions at all, and thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. All right. So I also wanted to share with you that the new moon is going to be October 8th. And so, of course, right now, that means we're in a waning phase of the moon. We had the harvest full moon, the full potential of that energy that it held. And so now we're starting to be in that waning energy of the moon. So letting go of things, letting go of baggage, feeling lighter again, being able to just have more of a settling energy in us. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. And so just allow, that time to fully develop for you and see what new gifts are going to be available for you up until the new moon. And then, of course, on the new moon itself, starting with new ideas, new creations again, new healing, new things that you want to plant in your life. As the season of dormancy is now a really good chance for us just to, again, go inward, and tune in more deeply into ourselves again. And then I also wanted to share with you, which I am so excited about, and Britt is going to be joining, actually. She's going to be coming to Clarksville for my Reiki 1 training, and I have 1 spot left, and today is the last day to sign up. So if anyone still feels guided to take my Reiki training, today is the last day to sign up. And there would be first a healing session with me prior to the Reiki training, so we'd have to get all that arranged, but I would be excited to welcome you for sure. So I'm so looking forward. I just love being able to invite new people into the space of Reiki and initiate people into it. I wrote in my newsletter that it's kind of that idea that what I do is something magical, and not everyone can do it. But to me personally, I believe really that everyone has the ability, and it's just something that we forgot in our society. It's not something that we're naturally taught, but I do truly believe to my core that all of us have it within us. It's a God-given gift that all of us have that ability to heal, to heal themselves, to heal others, and be able to work through, allow that energy to work through us. And so it's just, again, a matter of us allowing it to learn it, to tune in. And in my newsletter, I also mentioned that, yes, because I have been doing it for so long, for me, it's very easy at this point to drop into a space of healing, to support someone, to take someone into that space and allow rapid healing, sometimes immediate results to take place, depending on where everything is and where everyone is as far as their development and how the energies connect together. We're only the channel, and so we're only providing the space, and a God, source, whatever you want to call that higher power that creates and shifts mountains and universes, is really the one that is the one doing the healing, and of course also the person themselves. So we're more just the channel that then gets out of the way and allows the energies to flow and come through. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. grateful to you. And yes, Britt is saying she'll be there. You will be, and I'm so excited, Britt. I can't wait to meet you in person finally. So awesome. Okay, and the next drawing for a 30-minute session with me will actually be on Halloween this year. So always the last Wednesday of the month. That's when I'm doing the drawing. So keep sharing anything. And if you do, just let me know and you'll be added into the drawing. And of course, you already are in the drawing if you've shared previously. And so again, that drawing will be October 31st on Halloween. All right, so I'm going to give it just 1 minute to see if there's anything else that anyone needs tonight. And of course, I will see several of you in Beauty Flourishing. And I have a very special guest. My beautiful friend Heidi is going to be joining me in Beauty Flourishing tonight. And we're going to talk about our friendship and our creative process, because she's really just been so amazing with my journey as far as going outward after all the learning and developing that I've done over close to 30 years now, probably actually even longer if I really count all the things that came before. And so for me now, expressing what I have accumulated outward, she's really helping me as far as us co-creating, co-writing together, and editing what I will just go ahead and write down. And so again, it's just such a beautiful process. And we all, of course, have those beautiful people in our life that support us, that help us. And so yeah, Heidi and I will be talking about it, and I'm looking forward to that. All right, I think that should be it. I don't see any other messages or anything from you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say good night, and thank you everyone for joining me. And I hope this was valuable to you, and I appreciate it. And namaste. Good night.